Oh, this is the community meeting for Grand Army Gaming on, let's say Saturday, February the 27th of 2016.
Mm.
Alright. Benny, go ahead. You get to start.
Okay, we're gonna do consents.
Yep.
So, Kira?
You didn't give your consent, Benny.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
God.
I can't force change the map because the
Alright.
jobs don't
God.
exist.
Dagira, do you give your consent to be recorded and uploaded to the internet?
Yeah. Don't. Okay, can we just like stop? This is dirty again.
Yeah, it's just
User
stuff from the
joined
bottom.
your channel.
It's a yes or no question.
If it's a no, you get kicked out. So I'd say yes if I were you.
Yeah.
Even though I just started working today.
Oh my god, can you just say yes?
Just please say yes, please.
Just change it.
Okay,
This
okay.
Okay, finally.
What do you mean okay? Just say yes, don't say okay.
Yes. Yes.
Juno,
Right now I'm busy.
User
Yes,
joined your
I
channel.
give my consent.
Cleo, do you give your consent?
I've been to 3 of these already, so yes, I give my consent.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything.
I, Max, will of course give my consent since I'm recording, but the recording doesn't know that. Okay, Sharko, do you give your consent?
Yeah.
Alright, Tuna, do you give your consent? Alistair, do you give your
Yep.
consent? Colin,
Yes.
Eagle,
Yes.
Egg,
Yep.
Maxon,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yes.
Saturn,
Yeah.
and Spoopy the Noopy. Do you give your consent?
Just-
User joined
oh my
your
God.
channel.
He said yes. He messages everything to me for some reason.
Could you please post it in chat so that we know and recording has that, because that can be fake.
Here, I'll just post it.
Wait, how can a
You can't
recording
post it.
record text?
Because it's
It doesn't.
It's video. It's
No.
video.
Well,
Oh, it's actually.
I mean, people say
right,
yes
that's what I was gonna
anyways,
say.
and
Okay. The doctor, do you give your consent?
I just got here.
Community meeting. Oh, great. Do you give your consent, the doctor?
Egg, you can remove your own description. You know that, right?
Should I say yes or no?
If you say
No,
no, you
I
get
can't.
kicked out.
You can't.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
consent. Yes. Yes. Okay. I don't
Why
know
is
what
this-
you guys are talking about for a sec. Okay, yeah, I give my consent for my voice
Yeah.
being recorded.
Oh,
yeah.
what's? Okay, never mind.
So,
Oh, okay.
Just said that, not do you give your consent? Because you could say, do you give your consent to killing somebody, or do you give your consent of getting killed?
what do you give your consent?
There, Egg.
Okay.
Why are you on probation, Egg?
Didn't you see
because
what
he
my
said everybody's
description was?
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything, so
How long is
let's
that gonna stay?
Let's continue. I guess we'll start off with the fact that Daguerre here is now the First Order RP.
User joined your channel.
For those of you who don't know.
Vil, do you give your consent?
Phil,
Yes.
do you give
Yes,
your consent?
yes.
Okay.
How many new order RP, first order RP stuff or owners are we gonna get?
I don't know. That's up to
Hopefully a
him.
million.
We can't find the right person, but
Well, hopefully you'll be the right person.
Yeah, things
aren't
gonna
you here
change.
temporary though, or?
To tell you, right now I'm trying to fix what happened that Colin did to the server, so
Oh yeah, you're funny.
trying to fix it.
I think he's hilarious, because Colin, you did a shit job.
Oh.
Just
Boy,
saying, this is
damn.
being
Messed it up
recording and
first.
is being uploaded, so remember
And?
that.
Now it's just turning into a roast fest. I'm fine
Well,
with that.
So, would you like to say anything about First Order, or what else about it? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, wake up.
My priority now is fixing the groups, the server, and I will. Right now, I'm still looking for more staff, if possible, for helping me to get their backs on the feet. So, don't need to say.
Alright. Boopy does. Alright, go ahead. Wait your turn, Egg.
Yep. Okay, that vote system doesn't really mean anything.
It. That's an example, by the way. You know, it might not be, but yeah.
What's FO?
First order.
I'll take a look as soon as I should have finished the jobs.
Oh wait, can I point out something?
Will people keep their rank if they have them? In
Yes, they will after I fix the groups.
You're making popcorn.
I already asked it. If people will be keeping their ranks on his server.
I said yes.
The new skins are amazing.
Degra, so 2 server owners ago, I was randomly made moderator. Would I still have that?
2 servers? What do you mean 2 server owners?
Yeah, the second server owner goes Seal.
Yeah.
Hey, wake up.
Whoa.
I have a question about the pilot ranks.
They go under Navy.
It says here that Saturn is listed as captain in the server and CO in TeamSpeak, and Spoopy is listed as commander in server and XO in TeamSpeak.
It's not automatic.
User
They've got to
in
come
your
and
channel
ask.
signed
to
out. It's
change it.
Automatic, but
Some of them haven't been updated from the ranking system,
Yeah,
which we'll need to out.
and me personally, I kinda like to get rid of having TeamSpeak tags about the CO. It's just annoying because we seem to be going through them like butter.
Yes.
So-
Agreed.
Wait, so like a full
wait.
like commander and that's going to be coming out, or?
Oh, I'd say I'd like to get rid of them, but I don't think we will be. But
Like, could we use like the names? Like, they could change their name when
Yeah.
in TeamSpeak whenever they
That
get
would
like
work. It's
promoted.
just
I mean, that's
or-
what I used
annoying.
before.
because of the whole
User disconnected from your
annoying
channel.
tags.
We'll speak to Commodore and then we'll see if we can implement it.
A serious thing about Imperial RP, I've heard that Zorak got grounded, and he hasn't posted an LOA, but I haven't seen him on at all. But
I
it's...
saw him on the event planning room last night. Don't know what he did. But
Oh, no, he didn't do. He was AFK, but he was offline on Steam. It was weird. Maybe he was on his phone or something. I don't know.
I don't know either. But I
He
know,
didn't tell us anything, so
yeah, he didn't tell us anything.
we'll just wait. We'll just wait.
Yeah.
How long is it? Like 3 days.
3 days. It's been like a week.
We have seen him through this week.
It could be encouraging.
I have seen him once this week.
Alright.
Only the server will tell.
Well, I mean, out of the 3 days I've been on this week, I hadn't seen him on.
He was on 2 days ago. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, 2 days ago.
I was on 2 days ago.
Okay,
No,
were you
no,
on for
I'm
all
us-
24 hours?
Listen, guys. I'm using ULX here, and it never lies. It was on 2 days ago.
Oh, technically it was on 3 days ago.
Well, we don't know how
Well,
long he was on for.
No.
Yeah, cause
Oh wait,
his
yes,
last
28th
visit
today.
was
Shit.
2/24/16, and
For
today
me,
is
it's the 28th today.
2/27/2016.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're in Britain.
Yeah, I know it's it's 1:10 in the morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how are the body groups going along, Maxwell?
I haven't gotten to them yet. That will be tonight's main mission.
Wait, body groups?
We may have the proper 501st skin if we can get the body groups working.
Wait, can you actually do that, Maxwell? The proper body group shit?
Yes.
I sent him the code.
Sent me code on how to do it.
Oh, nice.
Hey, can I bring up something about IG?
Oh,
No?
yeah, go ahead.
Can they have it to where all of them have stun sticks? And maybe implement to the server like the restraints?
That'd be pretty good, to be honest.
That's already done, isn't it?
Brains from Dark RP.
Oh, it's already done?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I've never seen him
really?
use it.
Let me double check.
Yeah, they
I
should
can
have
confirm,
the
I do have restraints.
elastic
Hang on,
restraints.
hang on,
is
I'll
the
go
best
in
one.
Imperial Guard has an E11, SC-14.
Oh my god, they have police handcuffs?
Police handcuffs and elastic
Oh my god,
handcuffs.
this is great! It literally like
Guard
hangs in your
Lieutenant
hand.
Colonels and the Guard Colonels.
I'm gonna
have
handcuff
the same
Juno.
loadout with the
I'm
additional
gonna handcuff
taser,
Juno.
which I will add right now and add into
Which-
the changelog.
Which handcuffs are the ones you
Oh
can't
my
get out
god.
of?
You
Oh
cannot
my
get
god.
out
That's
of both
good.
of them.
This is amazing.
It's the shackles. The shackles are the only ones that you can't.
Hang on, hang on,
purely,
hang
there's
on,
no way
hang
out.
on.
You can't get out of it. We tested
Hang on,
it.
hang on, hang on.
We-
Juno.
If you spam
Hey,
your button
I
enough,
can't kill you, Benny.
Shut up. Okay? You can't get out of both of them. We tested last night with auto clickers and auto clicking scripts. Both of them did not work. It got up to a maximum of 10% before the counter went down because the clicking could not maintain the fast enough clicking.
Juno,
Alright,
stop quickly.
alright, I have a big suggestion, and Spoopy can help me out with this because, I told him about it. So basically, what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to suggest is, that engineers and pilots should be basically work a lot more together. Because they kind of go hand in hand, basically, the role of pilots and engineers. So what I'm suggesting is that they work a lot more together instead of just being like two separate groups, and they kind of help each other out. I'm suggesting more cooperation between the two.
Don't they already do?
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
the
but-
engineers should be working on the fighters, and the
Yeah.
fighter pilots should be flying them. So
I know, but I'm suggesting more cooperation between the two groups because there seems to be not enough.
Well,
hatred.
ask the higher
actually,
rank
here,
about
hold
that.
on a minute. There's this skin called Imperial Worker, and they're basically engineers.
Please don't put it in chat. Steam is, that thing.
Yeah. I'll
So-
send it to
yeah.
you.
I mean, while it's great, it doesn't look good
Ben.
Yeah.
in any way.
I mean,
all.
but it's right.
Just
Okay.
because it's right doesn't mean it would fit in. We have the skins now. Is there any point in adding it in?
I mean,
I'm not
I don't
suggesting
know.
a new
like,
player model. I'm just suggesting
Yeah,
that
because
they
that's
work.
not going to do anything.
Yeah. I think it
I'm not-
just like it doesn't look good. I agree, but I think it adds to the immersion.
But what
No.
would you put it as? There's nothing really to put it
It'd be the
as.
bottom class. The
The base.
yeah, the
login
base.
class?
Yeah. No, yeah. We could do it as the base login class, the recruit, or the base engineer. Yeah.
No, it can't be the base engineer because of the RP behind the fact that base engineers have somewhat of a hazmat suit. That
Alright.
shows the
Well
bare
then,
face.
I'd make them as recruits since
User joined your channel.
Who
they're worker.
joined? I see somebody who.
That was Daygro.
joined.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't mind me, cause a crash.
Yeah.
Alright.
Benny, you're not gonna get him.
Now, as far as player population again, that skyrocketed up during the week, but it fell back down. Does anybody know why
No,
that
I
would
can't.
happen?
I can't
Well,
figure it out.
You know,
Can't either.
I wouldn't figure it out, but giving a heads up, it's probably because those people don't know what serious RP is and they're just joining a random thing that says Star Wars in it. and they're like, oh, this got boring real quickly.
I mean, we had 6 people join yesterday.
Well, it's 6 people though.
We actually had an increase at the
We
start
did
of the
have.
week.
Yeah, I
We
can
did.
give you the graph.
Alright, I think I got a good idea. Give the people you're training, while you're training them, tell them the first thing is, if you're gonna play on the server, please try to be active, or you'll get kicked out of whatever
I
regiment you're in.
wouldn't do that. That's discouragement.
Yeah, but some of them have been coming back. Like we have. It's just people are coming on at different times.
Yeah, Omega came back today, and he hasn't been on in
Yeah,
a while.
Bone as well. Bone,
Yeah.
Sam, you got all them guys coming back, and they were
I
only
have a
recruited
feeling
a few
it's
days
the
ago.
Steam group, because they see all these changes and they want to try it out, and they probably come back on. And they're like, I still don't like it. Something. So.
My question is, who is Wolf? Because he's on the Force Order server.
Oh,
That's Colin.
That's me.
That would be Colin.
What?
Well, that's good.
Something else.
Now, question of, is there anything else that y'all think needs to be added or changed in the server while we're on that topic of stuff that needs to be changed?
Vel, can you explain what GUR did so I can implement the warrants?
GUR? Okay, so basically he
User in your channel timed
didn't
out.
listen to the event hoster, right? Muted his mic, he said he had it, didn't listen to the event hoster. He pulled Alistair aside to yell at him for going off on a speeder after he ordered him to. Yelled at him, pulled him with his fizz gun, right? Yells at Alistair, right? Then I go out, he orders me and Alistair to go out. We go to get to retrieve whatever we were doing. I didn't understand him at all. And then
Who was the
it was
event
already
host at the time?
retrieved. Well, he was Commodore Ren. And then we come back, Ren gets on a speeder bike.
No, who was the event host or not?
Oh,
Who was he?
Ice.
It was Ice.
Yeah, he leaves, and then like literally he was yelling at everybody. Nobody had an idea what was going on. Admins didn't know what was going on. And then at the end of the event, Gur comes in, unmutes his TS, and yells at us, saying that he was the only person who did something like he was the only person who knew what was going on or doing things correctly because of
What
Ice.
map were
And
you
Ice
on?
disagreed with that.
They were on
specifically.
Wasteland.
Yeah.
Was
He
this
shouldn't
Friday
have changed the
night
map.
with-
The
He didn't,
moderator.
He didn't. No, he came in
this
the
was
middle
Friday
of the
night
event.
with Ice.
The event
and he
host,
had me until I get back rank, right?
Who?
Ice.
Yep. What
Oh,
what was he a
Ice.
replacement? Was he a replacement of someone who went AFK or?
No, Ice was given a special rank until Commodore got back.
Yeah, we
Right,
just-
right. Okay.
Because he was the
okay.
only staff member and we gave him super so he could do an
Oh,
event
is that
for
why
night.
that's that rank? Oh,
Yeah, that's why we have the whole until I get back rank. That
Right.
was you get it
Okay.
until we get back in TeamSpeak, so
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, actually.
All right.
I was actually about to ask about that too, the new ranks here.
that should be the only rank.
When was this
Oh,
event? Yesterday.
You're
yes, last
forgetting
night.
about, he went to Jihad's, Trusted, and I
Okay.
thought I saw Burn
Right, I'll
Sanders
speak
yesterday.
to him, but I
Yeah.
still
I will need.
it's fine. But I just wanted to say that the whole warns in game, it's the only people that should be warning is either me, Juno, or the owners. And that's it, and the people who should be taking them off is me, Juno, or the owners. You know, I don't know who took Gur's warn off, do you know? Anyone?
No.
No one?
No.
Alright.
In other words, what we're saying is, if you take off somebody's warn and you're not one of these people and have not been told to take it off of them, that's
mostly a staff thing,
that's
so
basically effective. You could get warned for that as well. Plus, the person who said for you to take it off could get warned as well.
yeah.
There are serious things that would be a demotion from staff entirely, not a rank. Or they can end up in worse punishments as it gets further along. So it's not something that's not serious. Now
Yeah.
the trusted rank. We changed the community staff ranks and all. Don't know if everybody saw it. If you haven't, you might want to go check it out. The new rank is called Trusted. It's basically what Vil was, but same power. We changed it around to where trusted people are the people who have been there and have helped along with the growth and have been there to develop and maintain the community. Who we don't value them above other players, but we value what they say because we know it's more credible in a sense. Not saying that you're not credible.
I'm not the only person with it also, so.
Yeah, he's not the only person, there are other people. Now, community staff we changed as well.
User joined your
They
channel.
have the power to ban people from the community, as in all servers. No matter which server it is, they have the complete and utter authority to ban them. That would be with the consent of community head of staff and server owners.
Are you talking about community staff? Sorry.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, okay,
People are
sorry.
asking. And it is not required for a server owner to follow a community ban by community staff unless the community head
User
of
left
staff
your channel.
authorize this banning. If that makes any sense at all.
I have a
Basically,
question.
the consent.
Server owners do not have to follow it by community staff unless they know for a fact that it has been gone through. Yeah. So, any other question, comment, complaint, concern?
So,
Okay.
in that same event that had, that GERT kind of ruins, we did commandeer an LAAT, the one from the Star Wars pack, not vehicle pack, the one that can hold like 20 people. And then it was actually quite fun, taking people across the map. I think we should use LAATs in events more often.
I can agree with that.
To transfer people. I seriously recommend it.
My only problem is we're like Empire and...
Well, they used LAATs.
In the beginning of the Empire, not in the period we're at.
Like, just to use the Imperial transport.
Well, let me
we
just
can
confirm
use it
that.
in the event that we kind of like steal it in a way.
Yeah.
Like we don't have ships available at the time and we have to steal something to transport us back to the home base that we're setting up.
Let me just confirm that the usage of LAATs in Empire, that's...
Yeah, they were used in the Empire in the very beginning, but they did not stay permanent. We're between episodes 5 and 6, I believe. So, that's not very early Empire. We're after... Actually, no.
I thought Yavin was episode 4.
I have no idea. Commodore has told
It
me
was
5
used-
and 6 and 4 and 5 before, so
The
I'm
rise of...
still confused.
Rise of the Empire era and Rebellion era.
User in your channel timed out.
The Maxwell's confused.
I have the
Yeah.
link.
Talk to Commodore.
I realize that, but the thing is, he said and I've said you can't use them during events. That's
We could
not what we're
use
saying.
do shuttles then. I mean, the only reason why I like the
Shuttles
LAAT because you can sit down and see what's going on, and you're not like confined to this glitchy platform.
Battle of Yavin was episode 5, so it is between 5 and 6.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can. I don't think it should be used at all.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, but I think it'd improve events at times, especially in large flat areas, so we don't have to walk across a massive map to get to the other side. And we could just have one, so everybody has to use one LAAT.
I mean, we do have low altitude TIE bombers though.
Yeah. Like not everybody. Not
They
every
kind of have the,
regiment
they
gets
kind of
their
do the
own
same
one.
thing as
Yeah.
the LATs. They just look uglier.
It's just one of those things I hate. Those stupid TIE bombers. But the LAT is Clone Wars, not Imperial. It was used during the Empire, yeah, but think about it this way. From a player's perspective, if they see an Imperial server using an LAAT, are they going to really think that it's an Imperial server, or...
Well, look at
Or
Undead.
someone messing around.
Look at
Yeah.
Undead RP.
Okay.
Look how many people play on that, and they use all sorts of Clone Wars stuff. Which, it's quite clear what's Clone Wars and what's not. So...
Well, yeah, it is quite clear, but, again, it's just... it's not really there. It's just why. That's like us using the Munificent rather than using a Star Destroyer. That's
Munificent.
Munificent, yeah.
I mean,
Or the
apparently the
Millennium
Empire did use
Falcon.
the MAATs.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
but-
use the MAATs.
yeah.
That fits.
But they only carry 2 people, so... And it's buggy, like all the other ships.
And you can always use a Lambda class shuttle or a
Oh, I
Sentinel
just
class,
recommended
some of the
that as
other ones.
well.
Yeah, but
Mods.
from the new mod, there's only a couple. The only ships that hold more than 1 people are the medical cruiser, Gazanti freight, the big ships, or the LAAT, or the Sentinel and Lambda class, which only hold 2 people.
I mean, if we're gonna use the shuttles, we might as well just use the MAAT. They still hold 2 people, so...
The MAAT isn't that in the old mod, not the new one?
Yeah, it's in the old
Why
one.
not use the Star Wars Vehicles Sentinel or the Lambda?
The
Those
Sentinel.
hold about,
Oh yeah, we could use the Sentinel. That's true. But doesn't
Lambda.
in the new mod doesn't the Sentinel only hold 2 people?
Yeah, the
It
Sentinel
holds
and the
2. I'm
Lambda
saying
hold
use the
2.
old mod that holds about 7 or 5 to 7.
Okay.
Okay. Now, any other thing?
I did suggest the pilots working with the engineers earlier. We just talked about plane models for a minute, and then it was never mentioned.
I mean, I really don't see what else they could do that they're not doing now.
Yeah, I know, but like, it was just still a suggestion, but I never got any answer.
I mean, I have no problem with it if it's like they're doing the things that they would normally do. It's just what all can they
User
do
joined your
differently
channel.
versus what, or differently than what they're doing now.
Well, Spirit suggested this earlier, and he said like, engineers teach pilots how to like repair more and stuff. So like in RP, more like pilots actually know how to set up comms, and that could help. But it can also like, and pilots could teach the engineers to fly a little bit. That's basically what he suggested, and I agree with it. Like, do more.
Well, that is somewhat of a good idea.
Welcome back to Gara.
It's just,
Yeah.
do you really think engineers should be flying around in TIE fighters?
Well, like, not
No.
engineers flying around in TIE fighters, but maybe, like, I don't know.
I think
It's
I
just-
should...
It was just a suggestion of, like, basically, they help each other out more, and they basically just get more involved. That's all I'm suggesting.
I think that I need to start doing public flight lessons because there are always times when we don't have somebody with flight experience.
Yeah, now, one thing the engineers could do to tell a pilot and teach pilots how to do is tanks.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's true.
engineers have access to tanks.
I wish we had an AT-AT that actually walks. That'd be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Or maybe an ATST.
Yeah,
like,
at least an ATST.
the engineers could teach the pilots how to drive tanks and repair the TIE fighters present, and the pilots could maybe, just maybe, if there's no pilots on, maybe fly very little, but fly some ships. Not all ships, but some. Very select few. That's basically what I'm suggesting.
What ships would they fly?
Well, maybe if it's needed a shuttle.
Cloud
but
City car?
nothing past a shuttle.
They already did that.
What?
What? What, Bill?
They already do that.
What do they already do?
Fly shuttles.
Who? The engineers?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. It should be the pilots, not the engineers.
When we don't have pilots, the engineers do it.
Okay. So.
Guess that can work.
Shouldn't
Guess the
fleet be doing it?
closest.
I mean,
Wouldn't the fleet
so,
be flying?
Really,
with the engineers?
Really, it should be. If we don't have pilots, then it's fleet. If we don't have fleet, then it's anybody else who has flight experience. Say,
Yeah, I know
commanders
there's a
could
couple of
fly.
times they have me fly as Boba Fett.
Like High Army, they can fly as well, and then Boba Fett could fly. Then you have Shadow Guards. They all know how to fly, and then you'd most likely get down to the engineers. But saying engineers fly because there isn't a pilot on, you have to realize you can't just make them all have the ability to fly when you have the entire fleet who are supposed to be doing Lambda training, and then our army would know how to do it in lore.
Oh yeah.
Boba Fett
By the
knows.
way,
Okay.
don't have a Grand Admiral that's active enough, and we don't have any Navy whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm working on the Navy right now. I just set up a
Yeah,
new
I'd
system.
say we just give Juno Grand Admiral.
Well, Commodore
there are
already has a
Navy
lot of
on.
power.
There are Navy on.
There aren't a lot, though.
Commodore has quite some power after the rework, which allows me to flex around with this.
Yeah, you didn't gain any power at all.
Well,
You
in
also lost a lot
positioning
of high army.
standards, in the
True.
position, it got higher
I mean, at least
for the
we'll
tiering
try
compared
out
to the old
Juno.
system.
Yeah.
Because compared to the old system, you had 3 more ranks before you got to Grand, in between Commodore and Grand. So now it's shortened.
Something I'll just to let everyone know. I've still seen a few people still have their old ranks. If you're still unaware of the new ranks, just make sure you click escape. Click the rank list.
Yeah,
Or you can
just
do
to make
the
sure that gets
MOT.
around,
I
right?
checked through ULX. Johnson hasn't been on he hasn't been on since the new rank changes.
He was on.
Cause I checked Grand. Oh wait, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, he was on. He and I talked about it the
Okay,
day
so
of, day after.
I must be thinking of something else. I don't think
Oh, he was
Toast
there.
was. Toast?
Alright.
Does that ring a bell? Toast? Was he there?
I
Oh,
remember.
No, I don't think he was
Toast
there.
wasn't.
No, okay, so he hasn't been on to update.
Yeah.
The captains besides Egg haven't been on for Navy. All of the lieutenants besides Jar in Navy haven't updated. And then the only 2 ensigns out of 3 who have updated is Gabriel and Fade.
Egg, just saying. Well, let's just think here. The people up haven't promoted anybody in Commodore other than staff, which they shouldn't be doing. Promoting only staff, they should be promoting players. The quota is COs, that only half of all COs can be staff, and only half of the Navy positions, the high Navy positions, can be staff. Everything else has to be a player. Everything else.
Oh, by the way, since this low player count, I noticed that half the server population is staff almost all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's when you get on, is what you've told me. But after the staff are all on, rather than just being off the server because nobody's on it, hint hint to the staff, it goes up to a point where we need more than 2 staff. So we need 3 or 4 because of 30 people on. And yeah.
I am glad that the thing I suggested got discussed.
Yeah. Yes, Egg.
The ranking, they were all changed. Isn't Vader supposed to be the rank of general That's just one of my first questions about it.
Higher.
No, he's
He's
higher.
higher.
We
Okay,
checked.
So now, Navy captains are. So now, COs are in the Army are now colonels, and COs in the Navy are now captains, and captains are now the rank of CO in the fleet. Both Army and Navy.
Yo.
That's confusing.
There's a lot more filler Navy ranks. And
so okay. Didn't he have to listen to the Grand Admiral and Grand General though? Oh.
Yeah, so the only person he had to listen to was the Grand Moff Tarkin. Or Grand Moff. And then
You're forgetting one person.
Because he's like Grand Governor, and Darth Vader's part of the military.
And also the Emperor, because well, the Emperor is the Emperor. That's the Emperor.
System is so confusing now. It's less confusing than a captain being a rank higher than Navy commander and a rank below
User
Army
disconnected
commander
from your
when
channel.
Army and Navy commanders were the same. It's less confusing than that, luckily.
Wait, hold on. That's after the Empire. Never mind.
I mean, I had heard a suggestion from like Maxon that the IG
User
should
left
be
your
independent
channel.
of all the ranking systems and such.
No, you got the wrong idea. Basically, since they're military police, they
User
technically don't
joined
have to
your
listen
channel.
to anyone except the CO in the higher ranks.
I mean,
well, I agree to that to an extent. It gets confusing when their CO isn't on, there's no high rank, but another commander is on during an event, and let's say it's only a commander on, and there's no other high rank on.
Yeah, there'll be an
That means
exception.
those guards don't have to work. But we
Yeah.
can't create an RP exception for the fact that it's because a player's not on.
The
Well, we could just say that whenever maybe it's confusing. It'll have to go through some hard thinking.
The IG are basically Emperor's Guard, but in Stormtrooper armor. And with
No,
blasters.
they're more
I
like,
mean, technically,
they're more like
that's
military.
what they
They're
are.
more like Clone Guard.
If we were to have enough population on the server, there would be two different
User
guard
joined your
placements.
channel.
You'd have the Master at Arms for the Navy, and then you'd have the Guard for the Army.
I mean, the ideal
that
we
be
brought up with no one
lore,
listens
or
to
would
anyone
that
except the
just be
CO in the
real
high
life?
ranks.
That
maybe
would
the
be
SG. Maybe
lore
they can
and
apply
real
for the
life.
SG.
Yeah.
This is what they are. Hold on. And like the guy who made the mod even gives you the link to that. So, I mean.
Oh, by the way, can we maybe consider thinking about like adding? I'm not sure what they're called, the IBP or something.
The what?
They're right. Basic. I forget what they're
The
called.
Imperial Security Bureau.
Yep, the ISB.
Okay.
I think they could replace the IG for like the Brig Guard and such.
No. If we were to implement it, we've already discussed that it would have to be what they were. Not what we would make it up to be, because of the fact that they held so much power, and they would be an Imperial Security Bureau officer could be a stormtrooper, but in all reality he could take command of the entire Star Destroyer if he wanted to, because he had the power to do so. So, I mean...
Well, we could implement some RP like guidelines where that person doesn't get too OP.
Right, but then you're taking away from...
User in your channel timed out.
Even though in lore this is how it's actually done, and in the movies, this is how it was done. We're just going to ignore that and go our own separate way because we don't like that. It's like saying droids in the Clone Wars could kill everything and it would still live. So, I mean, it's been discussed. I like the idea of adding it in. It's just complicated to add it in. Because of the fact you'd have to have somebody active enough who would oversee it and make sure it's not abused, both from the player's perspective and from the staff perspective as well.
Yeah.
So any other questions, comments, complaints, concerns about Imperial? Who was
No
it?
Inquisitors.
Rebel RP, GG.
Let's start calling the Inquisitors the Inquisinos.
No, that's deniedville. Denied. We're not doing Inquisitors.
But
You know as well as I do.
I didn't say Inquisitors.
During the span of the Galactic Empire, Palpatine established a number of organizations composed of dorks.
The Inquisitors were one of those.
Okay, we're not doing them.
Okay.
You know as well as I do that Commodore has said multiple times that the only way to get them added to the server would be a community-wide vote that would have to pass by a 3/4 majority vote of everybody saying that they wanted it.
What, are they overpowered or something?
They're basically
Sith Lords.
They're basically Sith,
Sith.
but they
Yeah.
don't follow the Sith code. That's what a Dark Jedi is.
Yeah. People who
we can just have
follow
Shadow
the
Lord.
dark
Basically,
side of the
grey Jedi.
No, people who
No,
follow
Grey
the dark
Jedi are different.
Okay, there's a difference between following the dark side of the Force and being a Sith.
Yeah.
Sith is following the Sith traditions and studying them and trying to make the Sith Empire come back.
Good
Following
job,
the
Shocker.
dark side of the Force is following the dark side of the Force.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah.
But that's going to be quite hard.
Yeah, Grey Jedi were like in between.
Yeah,
and
Grey
they
Jedi are
touched-
neutral.
Yeah,
So apparently, the Shadow Guard is actually a subtangent of the Royal Guard.
Yes.
They're like the
Yeah.
special forces of the Royal Guard.
Yeah,
Yes.
with Force abilities, and it's expected to be previous Jedi or Dark Jedi that have been
They were
brainwashed
part
by
of the
Emperor
Sun Guard,
Palpatine.
though.
Basically, we already have Inquisitors. They're called Shadow Guard.
Yeah, but the difference is that one was paid for.
Yeah.
And plus, Royal Guard model doesn't work, and the original guy who bought them said he'd just rather change it over. So he changed it over for him.
I mean, technically, the IG are the Stormtrooper contingent of the Royal Guard.
Yeah, that's what they are.
I think of them more as like Clone Guard. They're just military police.
Dude, did you see the link that I put in chat?
Dude, do you not see how they're almost exactly like Clone Guard? Oh, by the way, that says Royal Guard, not Imperial Guard.
Yeah, that's
Imperial
the
Guard and Royal
Stormtrooper
Guard are the
armor.
same thing.
Yeah.
Imperial Guard and Royal Guard are the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, why is it called Royal Guard in the server?
I don't know. Good question.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the Royal
good
Guard,
question.
where the I don't know why it's called Royal Guard. Why isn't it, Maxwell?
Commodore.
It's just like Commodore.
Aunt Rhonda.
Is he
Hey,
even in
he's
here?
the one who set up the original regiments. I just coded
Yeah.
them with what he told me to do. So
I mean,
yeah.
I've already tried finding the Imperial Guard, and I haven't found them.
Yeah.
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 So, and this is the link. If you go to the Steam page that has Star Wars Galactic Empire NPCs, the link he gives you is Star Wars Emperor's Royal Guard Stormtrooper armor. So, I mean,
Yeah. Wow. Any other questions, comments, complaints, concerns?
Nothing, that's it for me.
Um.
Not a lot from me.
So I guess we move on from Imperial to the
I
community.
have a question. about Imperial?
Go ahead, Egg. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you lower the respawn time from 300 seconds?
No.
You're getting there.
That's an instant.
Let's lower it to
That's an instant
5,000 seconds.
Yeah, let's put it
No.
up, Maxwell. Yes,
Why not?
Specifically
Why
for
don't I
egg.
lower it to Aunt Rhonda?
Specifically
You
for
do
egg, it's gonna be.
You do understand why it's so high, don't you?
It's not even
I know,
that high compared to what it used to be.
It's
Wait,
to
be
discourage
honest, yeah.
people from suiciding. But when you die by
No.
accident, you need to beg a staff to slash bring.
Oh, yeah, but first we're talking
Or
30
when you hit
seconds.
the
So
key
I
by
think 30
accident,
seconds.
when you fall to your death.
Yeah, well, not a lot of people do that. If
When
you
you
do
fall to your
that,
death
you're
and when you
literally
shot to
really,
death.
you are
Hey,
seriously
Egg.
retarded.
Hey, Egg, guess what? Not everyone in the Imperial Army died just by a rebel. They died by other reasons too. So it keeps them in
I died
Cough,
from
Vader.
literally
You shot to
falling
death
over
when
my
you fall to
legs.
death
Admin
when you
spawned
accidentally hit
me.
your key.
Like,
Oh gosh, my name is STPFC.
Alright.
Oh, I just died. I could definitely talk. Someone
Yeah.
respawn me.
Or when you're crushed by a ship
Great.
spawning in.
Then you ask
Well,
an
maybe
admin
you were a
to
complete
respawn
dumbass
you.
standing
when you're
underneath
crushed
the
by
ship
a
that was
door.
being put
Like,
down in
order,
the first
admin,
place.
you're an
Okay,
admin for
okay.
God's sake.
Shut
Order,
up or you'll be moved
order.
out of this meeting room and not be allowed back in. Now, we've already lowered it down a lot. It should be 3 minutes right now. And it
That's
should be set to
plenty.
3 minutes right now. If not, I'll go back and see because we had changed it to 3 minutes. Hey Ed, I'm pretty sure there was at least a case of about 1,000 people dying from doors in the Empire. Like a door falling off the hinge, or a motor malfunctioning, or electrical sparks.
It's probably
or-
really common.
Rookies.
I mean, think about it. An electric door could fail in many ways.
Just look at what happened to Harrison Ford. But that was hydraulic, but same point.
Dude, look what happened to Carl Grimes' eye.
Or when
Okay,
you fall
back,
off
back
of a box.
back onto topic.
Wow. Sorry.
Now, any other question, comment, complaint, concern about Imperial RP?
I have one real thing, Maxwell. I just got done doing this. Let me open up the link so I can share it. Okay, here, I'm copying it. This was a new Navy setup, since it basically combines the Naval Handbook with the server one, and since we have new ranks, I don't think the rank structure we have for tracking Navy has been updated, so I made this. And everybody should be able to view that.
Great, but the recording can't.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's a community meeting, so it was proper to bring it up, though, since it is about Imperial.
For anybody wanting
one
to
thing,
see
Maxwell?
it in the recording, just type in that and it should work. Yes, Benny?
Alistair needs VIP to have access to the scout kernel. If that
Alistair-
isn't on already.
Alistair was
got-
demoted from Scout Colonel,
Yeah.
but he should still have VIP.
User
Right, okay.
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, for some reason, once again, I'm being told that he was.
Alright,
again
that's fine
put
then.
in
I'll
as scout
speak
colonel.
to him now.
So I guess we'll move on to community-wide question, comments, complaints, and concerns. Not relating to any server at all or anything specific. This can be anything. Anybody?
Got nothing.
I really don't like the way that Maxwell looks at people. I think he's like being really scornful. I think he
How
should get
do you-
removed for that.
Yeah, Maxwell's
Yeah, I
a
agree.
bitch.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
That was on recording.
Okay, then.
Oh shit!
That's not recording.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
No, regard.
Wow.
Just edit that out. You know,
I just like everybody
Can't
chimed
edit
in.
out.
Rhonda for Grand General.
Alright, back on topic.
That's gonna be highlighted as the
Oh,
opening
God.
scene for the meeting.
Should I just go on to the
Maxwell,
DSD
you're a
commander
bitch.
now?
That's what it's gonna say. Like.
Aunt Rhonda for Grand General.
Alrighty, well, I guess that's it, unless there's anything
Yeah.
else.
No, I can just say it at the
I
meeting.
would say, if we are ever gonna change the map for Imperial RP.
Oh, we will.
Hold on, just
whenever we find one to get it made. But
if anybody has any criticism on what the Steam group, what I've been doing on there, just feel free to tell me.
If anyone has any criticism on Aunt Rhonda, tell me.
I have some
Okay.
criticism on the server. Why is this prop not frozen?
drop stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the community. If I hear it again, you'll be moved out for the next time for the community meeting. Now, this will be the end for the Grand Army Gaming community-wide meeting for February the 27th of 2016.